Good morning, students. So here for Thursday, October 29th, what you're going to do for math is complete your worksheet that is titled Thursday, because you're going to continue adding and subtracting fractions with unlike denominators. So we're just doing an extra practice sheet according to our lesson yesterday. So make sure that you watch or re-watch as needed for guidance on how to add and subtract with unlike denominators, but that is your math assignment for today before we move on to adding. And here for Thursday for our language arts assignment, we are doing a little bit more diagramming, and this time with the subjects and verbs of compound sentences. So it is similar to the diagramming that we've been used to, but there is going to be another step. And here they are. Number 1 says to diagram each simple sentence with the second sentence below the first. Join the two parts with a dotted line. Write the connecting word on the connecting line. So here is an example. We have a compound sentence here. The harvest truly is plenteous, comma, but the laborers are few. So you're going to be using this little diagramming formula for all of our sentences. So here is an example, but I want you to take a look at the book's example. Here it has the first diagram of the first sentence, where you would put your subject first, your verb to the right with a line like we're used to. And instead of writing your connecting word on a dotted line going vertically, you're going to write it under horizontally and then connect it vertically like this. And this will just tell the reader that you are diagramming a compound sentence, not just a simple sentence. But I'm going to do some with you as practice. So here on think, it says to underline the verbs twice and the subjects once as usual. Circle the connecting words and the comma, which we have done before. And then you're going to diagram, and you will be needing an extra piece of paper, as these diagrams can be a little, they can take up space. So here we have a long compound sentence. So we're just going to take it step by step. We're first going to find the subject and the verb or verbs of the first sentence in the compound sentence. So here we have a soft answer. This would be our subject. This is what we're talking about. So on our diagram, on our horizontal line, let's make this a little easier, we would have our subject and our verb. Let's keep with the original method and always do our verbs first. So here we have turneth, and we'll just underline it twice since we have to anyway. So we would write turneth here. And our subject. You can just write answer. You don't have to write the compound subject or the full subject, I mean, with the describing word, but answer is our subject. And then here we have our comma and connecting word. So we'll circle this. And then we have our next subject. So we would go like this first, write our connecting word here, little dotted line here, little dotted line here, and then we will do our subject and verb for the next sentence. So here we have grievous words stir up anger. Our subject here is grievous words, and our verb is stir. So we would do it again. Stir, and then words. You don't have to write grievous, as that's a describing word, but the main subject here. Let's do one more as practice. We have met the enemy, comma, and they are ours. So here we have our connecting word and comma. So we know it's a compound sentence. What we're going to find the subject and verb of our first. So here we have met. Our subject is we. Then we will circle the comma and connecting word, and then the subject is they, and the verb is are. Are, ours. It is a state of being verb. So let's diagram that. Our first sentence, let's put a number 1 here. Our first sentence has have met. Let me move this as our verb. Our subject is we. Our connecting word is and, so we would go like this. And, dotted line here, dotted line here. And then for our next one, they and are. So we would put are and they. So it takes a few steps, but this is what you're going to do for all of these. Identify your verbs and subjects, underlining them, and circling your connecting words with commas, and then just making a diagram for each. So there'll be a diagram for each one with the connecting word in the middle. Here for our spelling assignment, we have a passage here. It is a news report actually, about a fire in the woodlands. And what we have to do is similar to our previous assignment, where we are finding words that could replace some words that are underlined, and in this case bold. So what you're going to do is you're going to read this passage, and then you're going to find the word that would best replace these bold and underlined words. So actually I can read it over with you, so if you need help reading along, and then as you listen and read yourself, you can decide which of these list words may fit. And just like yesterday, you may have to use your spelling dictionary, but I will help guide you a bit by reading the news report. So it says, fire devastates woodland community. Santa Ynez. A devastating wildfire is rushing through the areas covered by trees and shrubs near the city of Santa Ynez in Southern California. So far, more than 50 acres of chaparral, dense thickets of shrubs, have been burned, including several homes in an area with a thin and widely spread population. One member of a community who lost her home to the fire reported that this fire is the worst fire that she had ever seen. My entire home is gone, Mrs. Johnson told reporters. The plant life in an area near my home caught fire so quickly that there was no time to put out the fire. A cloth covering for a window in my kitchen caught fire because I had the window open. That spread the fire to my house. I was very lucky to escape. The fire is believed to have started in a tightly compacted area consisting of many low plants with woody stems. Intense sunlight shining through broken glass could have generated a spark that started the blaze. The blaze spread quickly through a thick growth of shrubs to nearby areas. It has not yet been contained, although firefighters are working steadily through the night. The average condition of the weather over a period of years in Southern California is semi-arid. Because there is little rainfall, fire danger is normally quite high in the summer and early fall. Both wildlife and people are threatened by fire, although the chaparral itself is fire dependent. Fire destroys old growth and litter, recycles nutrients back into the soil, and provides room for young plants to grow. So you will have 9 words that will replace these phrases here from our list. And for our reading reminder, don't forget that we are continuing our Shakespeare study. So please bring your passages over to Zoom so that we can continue going over and learning more about A Midsummer Night's Dream, and work hard to remember those first 4 sentences. So your exercise is to memorize those first 4 phrases. So don't forget. I'll see you then.